It's another day, and I'm off. I gotta tell you, I don't like taking days off. I'm just waiting for a couple people to show up so I don't end up talking to myself as I am. I'm just talking to myself as I am. I'm just talking to myself. Talking to myself. Talking to myself. I'm still talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. Talking to myself. I'm just talking to myself. Blanca! Oh, that's right. You are in my time zone, aren't you? Hello, hello, hello. I'm just setting up before I start filming for the day. I took this week off from work, so I'm sleeping in and late nights and plenty of studio time. Although, if I'm being honest, I'm being incredibly lazy, guys. Incredibly lazy. How are you, though? Let's see. Plug that in, plug this in. You guys know what it's like. Tell me about Italy. Oh, I've always wanted to go to Italy. I usually end up across the sea from Italy. I end up going to Croatia most of the time. Let's just flip this, change the color. Ooh. That's weird. Hold up a second, something's wrong. Oh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I like that one. What else do I need to do? Turn this light on. And turn this light on. Studio is online. I haven't had a carb in 2 weeks and 3-4 days. I'm on this entire, I want to say keto, but it's more carnivore diet where I'm just eating eggs and chicken and beef and fish and cheese, lots of cheese, drinking lots of milk. I haven't consumed a carb since. I've dropped like 4 kilos, which is great. I just need to keep at it. I need to drop more and more and more. I'm still recovering from either the flu or H1N1. I'm not entirely sure, but one of them. Where to set you? So I'm about to record, I think, maybe 2, maybe more reactions. I'll see. Let me see if this works. If I set you over here, is that okay? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I've got like 100 reactions I need to get to. And usually I come in and film on Sunday and I do 4 or 5 reactions. But since I was a little under the weather and I was off this week from work, I thought, you know what, why don't you just come in every day and do a couple reactions? I think that'll be better, because my energy is, I guess because I'm still recovering, my energy is a little on the low side. Okay, is there anything else that I need? Okay. Battery is SD card. Let's take this jacket off. Hello, Renata. Love to you from Beirut. The place where the magic happens. He ordered 4 shawarma for me. Hey, it's Abu Budi. That gentleman over there, Emil Bustani, that's my good old dad. How you doing, Daddy-o? All right. What else do I need to do? Let me see if I set you up over here. That makes sense. I think it will. Just over here like this. Yeah, that should make sense. Yeah, it does make sense. It makes plenty of sense. I've been watching, I don't know why, but I've been rewatching The Big Bang Theory. I've gone through 11 seasons because I got sick last week on, what was it, Wednesday? So I was at home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've gone through pretty much 12 seasons. I mean, I'm on the 12th season right now. So I'm almost done with it. Not quite, but almost there. Hello, friend. Why aren't you working? There we go. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I hope to meet with you again. Get the laptop and set it up. Speaking is the pigeon. I remember when me and Joe started doing this, the equipment we were shooting at the time with a 10-year-old camera. And I was using my old beat-up desktop computer. And we just started doing it. I love you, baby, but all I can think about is cute boxes, I see that your butt cheeks is warm. Ola from San Diego. Hello, San Diego. Sounds of Beirut in the morning. Sir Richard, are you up late or up early? I see you have your spot. Yeah, I do have this right here is my spot. You're in my spot. This guy in here. All right, I think we should be good. Not forgetting anything. No, not yet. Let's turn you guys around. Actually, the camera didn't turn on. Hold on a second. So, these new cams, I mean newish, 3-4 years ago, they come with a USB-C cable that plugs directly into your computer, and they come with the with this feature, the remote shoot, and that way you can control everything from your computer. Back before that, this was very difficult to do. You would have to buy something called, for older cameras, because this is a DSLR camera. So for the older DSLR cameras that weren't USB-C, they used to come with HDMI or micro HDMI. And what you'd have to do to set up something like this is basically get something called, was it called? HD Cam something? I can't remember. It is a very specific brand. It's a little like plug thing where you plug the HDMI cable in and you plug that into your computer, and then that lets you stream your DSLR camera on your computer. That's one problem solved. The other problem solved is power, because older DSLR cameras, like the one me and Joe used to use, they only last for about 15 minutes and turn off. If you're just doing that thing where you're just trying to stream on your computer, every 10, 15 minutes, the camera just turns off. So in order to sort of hack your way around that, what was invented was these batteries, these camera batteries. So they look exactly like this. They would look like one of these guys, which is just a standard battery, but they'd have a cable coming out this other side that you could plug into the electricity directly. And so the camera would think it's always being charged. So that's the stuff we had to do to like sort of shoot on DSLR before. But now with USB-C integration, it's just you plug it into the computer, it's charging and streaming all at the same time. So modern wonders. Let's see, where is this remote app? Since you were 5 years old. Quebec, Canada. Guys, why are you all up so early? What time is it in Canada right now, or in Quebec, if I'm more specific? Richard, what time is it where you are? That's interesting. See, like right now, it's not reading the camera, which is not a good sign. It's this kind of stuff that gets me worried. Like when this happens, I'm like, oops. Let's go back to you, remote shoot. Hopefully this time it will see it. And if it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to troubleshoot it and figure it out and find out why it's not. Okay, there we go. I was worried. All right, so the setup is still looking good from yesterday, I think. Right? That looks all right. Good headspace. I think we're golden. Wow, that was pretty easy. I was expecting it to take more time. Oh, here's another cool thing is that because it connects directly to the computer through like the USB-C cable, you get functionality. So I could change all my camera settings right from here. And that's a really super cool thing to do. Again, before this, older DSLR cameras, there's no way in the world that you could have actually done that. Don't fall. Okay, let's see what we're reacting to today. We've got, we're doing Juan Gabriel and Ana Gabriel. We're doing another version of Hasta que te conocí from 1991. That one's coming up. I've got, this one's for next week, Driving Home for Christmas, AJ. Richard, I know you sent me that link to that other channel, and I clicked on the video, and I'd watched it with my morning coffee. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched just 3-4 minutes of it, but it was just such a good video to like wake up to. So I'm like, I just watched it. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. There's a lot of Lebanese communities in Mexico. I want to say someone from my family's made it all the way to Mexico. I know my dad spent a few years in South America. I'm just not sure where he went to. I think where did my dad go? I can't remember, honestly. I really can't remember where he went to. Juan Gabriel, Ana Gabriel. We're doing a metal song, Arion, the Eye of Ra. We're gonna do André Rieu and Amira. This was Roloff who requested this one, so we're doing that one. And we're gonna do a voice play song. We're gonna do our first Christmassy song. It's Jingle Bell Rock by Voice Play. They're featuring Adriana Arellano. So those are the 4 ones that are locked and loaded. And I think what I'll do is tomorrow I'll also come in, film another bunch, and the day after that, film another bunch. And that way we preload like a bunch of requests, and I can start working on maybe like another retrospective. So we did Angelina, we did the El Divo retrospective. Maybe the Dimash retrospective is being edited by Ramsey. That's gonna come out. The El Divo retrospective has been remade in Spanish by Ramsey's wife. So I cannot wait to publish that. I think it's El Divo's birthday in January, if I'm not mistaken. So I think maybe we'll release it on that day. Hi, Gra, Yolanda, hello. I mean, at this point, I should just start, recording, but I sort of want to hang out with you guys. But yeah, I have to go pick up Mrs. AMR from the airport with Mrs. AMR's mama. They're coming back. Oh. I need my charger because the computer's about to turn off. I don't know if you guys can hear all like the rattling happening around, but out of all weeks, they decided to redo the building's interior this week. So they're basically peeling off the old wallpaper and they're like painting everything back. They're installing some new things. They're trying to take care of the old building. And it is an old building. If I look like I'm in pain or suffering when I get up and stand, it's because I have 2 herniated discs. It's a wonderful thing to have. Absolutely wonderful. I don't wish it on anyone. I remember when I got the diagnosis, I was driving in my car. This is a few years ago when I discovered. I was driving in my car, and then actually I went to a yoga class that was being given by someone who wasn't a yoga instructor. And they were giving us these weird ab stretches. I'd never done yoga before that day. And so I did it, and I felt something. I was doing this deep stretch, and I felt something go in my back. I'm like, that's interesting. It was just cracked or something. That's what I thought, because there was no pain. 4 or 5 months later, pain started to come back. So sciatica pain is what I discovered it was later on. But one day I was driving in my car and I just couldn't even hit the brakes anymore. The pain was the most pain I've ever felt in my life. So I parked the car as fast as I could, and I called my mama. I'm like, Mommy, I need you. My mama works at one of the local hospitals. So, and I was right next to it. So she comes to me, she helps me, takes me there. And they do the SOAD, what would you call that in English? Not an x-ray, I did an MRI, I did things like that. And it turns out that my L4, L5 isn't just herniated, it doesn't exist. It's gone, it's disappeared. I just have bone on bone there. There's nothing in between that. And then my L5, S1 is completely herniated, so. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but it freaking sucks to have it, because you're always in pain. No matter what you do, you're always in pain. And some days are better than others. And it turns out the best medicine for it is actually trying to do as much exercise as you can. So I try to do that as much as possible, just to make sure that it doesn't, like, that horrible sprint of sciatica pain doesn't come back, because that stuff, you can't walk, you just sit in bed lying down all day, all night, because it's a lot of pain. Roll off, you're on your lunch break? Awesome, dude. Yeah, it's horrible, Blanca, it's horrible. Yeah, so every day you wake up, you do some stretches, then you try and make your way to the gym, and then at the gym, you try and lift some weights to make your glutes stronger and other parts, your abductors stronger, in that way it works out. Yalla, I don't want to stop this live. My favorite people are here. Yeah, you gotta take care of that. You gotta take care of that. I actually do recommend yoga as long as you're doing it with someone that knows what they're doing. My mother-in-law, she had a lot of discs, neck, back. She started yoga maybe like 8 years ago, and the pains just disappeared. You know, it really helped her. It really helped her with all that. I really should start, but I don't want to. I like hanging out with you guys. Let's see, it's 1:30 now. 1:30 now. You know what? I'm just gonna 3 more minutes. I'll do 1:35 with you guys, and then do the recordings, because I have to record and then I have to upload and send them over to Ramsey to make sure he has enough time to edit today's video. I rushed him literally yesterday. I gave him the files at what, like 5, and the video was uploaded by like, I want to say 6:30 or 7, you know? He's a madman. I can't believe he edited that quickly and uploaded. I mean, he had to download the files, edit them, and upload them, so he was able to do it. We're almost at 80,000 subs, man. 80,000 subs. Where are we? No, we just dropped a subscriber. 79,944 subscribers. It was 45. But we lost a subscriber. This live, we lost a subscriber after this live. Yeah, I'm in Beirut. I'm not in LA. I've never been to the States. I got the visa. I used to work with a company that was HQ'd in the States. This was 15, 16 years ago. I got the visa to go do some workshops and trainings over there. And then their budget got reduced, so I didn't end up being able to fly over. But I had the visa. They gave me the visa for 5 years, but I never actually ended up going to the States. Yeah, I need to figure out, so we don't have zip codes, we don't have mailing addresses, we don't have, like, if you're ordering food, this is literally how you would describe it to someone. You'd be like, okay, Sami Soleh Street, the street parallel to it on the right, if you're coming up the way from McDonald's, you know, take that street, take your third right, last building on your left, you know, like, that's literally how we give directions. So I need to be able to, I'm gonna figure out, maybe I can go to the post office and have like a mailbox there. And then, because people always like, we want to send you something or something to react to or something to try out. So what I'll do is I'll maybe rent out a mailbox at the post office, I'm like, mail office? And we'll basically, I'll just get that as an address, as a mailing address, and then I can just go once a month and pick stuff up. Who says I'm in LA? I wish I was in LA. Actually, maybe I don't wish I was in LA. I don't know. The States is a scary place. It's huge. Like, from someone that lives in a tiny, tiny speck of a country, going to the States is, I mean, you know, I think the smallest state, what's the smallest state? Long Island? Long Island size. Lebanon size. Yeah. So my entire country is 2.5 times as big as Long Island. And, you know, we go distances, like it's far if I'm going up north or down south. It's far, it's a journey. Aurora in the eyes of a child, life from, well, let me check if it's on the list. It probably is. I'm just gonna write it down anyway. Aurora. Where is it? Aurora in the eyes of a child. Live from Nidaros Domen. Nidaros Domen. Always love to you, Blanca. Yeah, Roloff, see, the thing is, whatever we see on TV, whatever the media puts out there, whatever we see on like social media, that's never the actual reality of what's going on, you know? So we end up getting these perverse views on what it is. And especially if you spend time on social, the algorithms tend to give you the stuff that you are, I don't want to say siding with, but the stuff that you're more likely to agree to, in a sense. That's not even the best way to. So, just if you're a Republican, all you're gonna get is stuff about being, you know, Republicans and why to hate Democrats. And if you're a Democrat, all you're gonna get is stuff about Democrats and hating Republicans. And this is a thing. You know, you guys have Republicans and Democrats. We have 17 different religious sects, and every religious sect has one or two different political parties. We've got like 30 political parties in the country, and they're all fighting all the time. So, and you have people that follow all these political parties. So it's like these little bubbles that are built, and people just, no one listens to the other. People just sit in there and you know, everybody wants better quality of life. Everybody wants better education. Everybody wants better healthcare. Like the fundamentals, wherever you take them, are exactly the same. Everybody wants the same thing, but somehow we stop listening to each other, and for whether it's on purpose, whether it's manipulated or not, you know, whether it's to keep people in separate folds. But the reality is, if we didn't want the same thing. Like if you had someone that, you know, wanted better quality of life for everyone else, and then another party that didn't want better quality of life for someone else, then those people are at war. They're fighting. You know, that's what's going to happen, because they want different things. But the fact is, most people, I believe, are good, and most people want to do better by everyone else, and they can get along. From Ireland, wow. Oh my God. I've always wanted to visit Ireland. You had a Lebanese girlfriend in 1980, drove to my parents' place 300 miles north of Montreal, which had nothing but trees. Wow. Yeah, it will be. It will be. Our 300 miles is, I think, twice our entire coastline, if not more. Like it's insane. طيب guys, I love you. بحبكن كتير كتير كتير. I have to start recording. I love doing this, and thank you. I was reading everyone's messages on the Angelina reaction yesterday. I can't tell you guys, like, it really feels like I'm home, you know? It feels like I've done a lot of things in my life, you know. I've been a radio presenter. I've been, you know, performed at venues small and large. I've been like 1,000 gigs in my life. I'm a marketeer. I do work during the day. I've been doing it for 15, 16 years. I used to run bars. There's so many things that I've done in my life. Nothing feels quite as home as me doing this. Like, and your messages yesterday were just the best, you know? And I keep saying, you know, don't I? But those messages were so, like, it was nice to read people say those things, because even though you don't think you need validation from anyone, but when people give you that validation, it just drops your anxiety by like 99%, and it keeps you focused on this purpose of what you're doing. And, you know, some of the best people that support this channel are right here. You know, Richard, Yolanda, Blanca, Roloff, like, you guys are here, you know, like, and that's freaking amazing. Like, and I just want to say that I love you guys. All right, enough being gushy. I'm gonna go do this. بحبكن, and I'll do another live super duper soon, I promise. Yalla, bye.